And now, CBS4 Sports with Clay Williams.
Plenty of problems being caused by Hurricane Harvey these days, one of the least of which, of course, is rescheduling athletic events. But football coaches want their teams to play if possible. And today, two teams looking for new opponents, Edinburgh Vela and Laredo Nixon, they do hook up. Both of them lost their opponents, so they will play each other at Laredo at Shirley Field, 7:30 on Friday. The Edinburgh Vela was supposed to play at home, so since they're away, now Edinburgh North moves their game from Saturday to Friday against Brownsville Veterans. Weslaco will probably be open, most likely. Rio Hondo still looking for a Week 1 opponent. Mercedes at Cal Allen, however, not affected in the least. Meanwhile, the Houston Texans, unable to return home after Saturday's preseason game in New Orleans, landed in Dallas instead, and today worked out at the Cowboys' new facility in Frisco. Thursday's game that was scheduled to be played in Houston will now be played at Jerry World in Arlington instead, but for the Texans, their minds and hearts will be with those back home.
We know what's about to happen. We know that once this storm stops, there's going to be massive, massive recovery efforts, and we want to be there. We want to be ahead of it so that we can really get a jump start on getting these people back on their feet.
Maybe if we can go out there and win some ball games and play the way we know we're capable of playing, maybe that lifts some people's spirits here, as they recover from this, tough disaster.
While the Texans are in Frisco, the Houston Cougars are in Austin, practicing at the Texas Longhorns facilities because of the Hurricane Harvey damage at home. The Cougars are scheduled to play UTSA Saturday in San Antonio at 7 o'clock, but they will also do so with heavy hearts.
Obviously, football is important to all of us, but the first thing is Houston, as our city, and we constantly talk to our guys about representing the city of Houston because it's across our chest, and that's where our thoughts and prayers are daily.
It's hard to watch, especially when there's so many loved ones that are there and affected by it, but we're going to try to do our best.
Of course, Herman was the coach at Houston prior to Major Applewhite there. Houston not the only team that's moving in college football. Rice just got back from their game with Stanford in Australia. They will stay at TCU in Fort Worth for the next couple of days. Meanwhile, LSU BYU was supposed to be played in Houston at the Texans Stadium, 8:30 on Saturday night, but that game has now been moved to the Superdome in New Orleans. Meanwhile, in baseball, the Astros 3-game home series this week against the Texas Rangers, that's been moved to this place, Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. The series starts tomorrow. Mets at Astros probably move there too, so they'll be there all week. Minute Maid Park, home of the Astros, relatively unscathed by the flooding, but fans have much more to worry about than heading downtown. 2 weeks ago, Weslaco boxer Robert Garcia stunned thousands of Mexican boxing fans who, instead of seeing the coronation of Omar Chavez, son of Julio Cesar Chavez, they saw La Amenaza pull yet another upset in a career full of them, taking the WBC silver middleweight title. It wasn't a surprise to Robert and his crew, though.
They were laughing and stuff, laughing at us, and they thought they had won already before the fight even happened. We didn't say that. We stayed composed. And we believe in us. We always believed in us, never gave up.
That is a lucky 13 straight wins for La Amenaza. He has not lost a bout in over 7 years, and this latest win has opened up yet another door to another nationally televised fight expected to be in November, with the opponent announced soon. Until then, Garcia continues to work out with his trainers in Harlingen.
It's a great opportunity for us, and it definitely opened the gates, and it proved that I'm still in the picture. Because what I did last week not only is amazing because I was a minus to lose everything. And I beat a guy that's bigger, a whole decade younger than me. That was not supposed to happen.
Now it is time for the best of the best from the week that was in Rio Grande Valley sports. Let's start the countdown for the CBS 4 top 4, starting with number 4, Mercedes and Port Isabel scrimmage. Mercedes defense getting it done. The interception by Valentin Lopez, who takes it all the way back for the touchdown right there. Playing a little takeaway is Valentin Lopez. CBS 4 top 4, number 3, Rio Grande Valley FC versus Real Monarchs in Utah. Kyle Murphy, his 5th goal of the year, comes in the 5th minute of the game. That was the quickest strike of the year for the Toros. Not bad getting it done. Unfortunately, they fell in that game. CBS 4 top 4, number 2, Mission Veterans and Sherryland scrimmaging. Diego Vela at quarterback for Rattlers going the other way, hits Ruben Davila, and watch Ruben Davila juke, jive, break a tackle or two, head down the sideline for the score. Of course, Valley High School football season starts this week. Finally, CBS 4 top 4, number 1 from Sunday's UTRGV women's soccer game with A&M Corpus. 2 minutes into the second overtime, scoreless, not anymore. Deandra Aliaga to freshman Jada McClain. The freshman gets her first goal, spinning past the defender, finding the low left corner of the net to end the match. A golden goal is your CBS 4 top play of the week. Back to the Houston disaster, many of the pro teams there are raising money. Leslie Alexander, the owner of the Rockets, has donated $4 million. And meanwhile, the Texans are donating $1 million. The NFL is matching that with $1 million. And J.J. Watt, all by himself on social media, has already raised $1.5 million.
Wow. Everybody doing what they can.
Yes, they can.
Thank you, Clay. We'll be right back.